So this is early January 2025, and the boat's all in one piece. It's upright, and I've added this extension to the garage. So there's the garage door there. This extension goes out about 15 feet. So it's just an inexpensive carport tent type thing I bought. And what I did after we put the frame up, we put up some white tarps over the top of that, just so that it wouldn't be a dark cave. Added some lighting to it, and then I also bought some of this bubble wrap stuff with the foil on it to act as a little bit as insulation. Draped that over the top, taped it together to try to keep a little bit more warmth in here. On the colder days, I just unzip. There's door flap things that roll down on zippers. They just basically roll those down and cram some stuff underneath the bottom corners of the boat where to keep most of the heat in the rest of the garage, so I can work in the shop and just open this up when that's reasonable. So anyway, you can see there's a piece of deck ready to be glued on there. And I've got to be adding the rest of the pieces of deck to this too. So this is it's all, plywood and epoxy and fiberglass. So there's longer pieces running this way, and then these are the deck beams going this direction. The deeper part of the boat, the keel, runs down the center here, and these are the battery compartments in this space, and then this is just framing here, and this is the shallower part of the boat here. So this is only a couple of 3 or 4 inches into the water over here. This is about a foot or more down here. So the idea of this being an electric boat, to have the batteries, which are the heaviest part, down low, and so I have one of the batteries here. This is actually just a battery case. There's no battery in it, just to test the fit. And as you can see, it fits super well. I was really lucky on this because this is not the battery that I intended to use. The original ones weighed 220 pounds a piece, 10 kilowatts each, and actually would have come up about 3 or 4 inches above the keel here, basically to the height of this. And I was going to have to build a box sort of thing over the top of that. So these are also 10 kilowatts. Instead of weighing 220 pounds, they only weigh 105 pounds. And as you can see, they take up a lot less space, about almost, basically almost a third of the space that the other batteries would have taken up. Not quite that good, but close. So I'm really excited about that. And also the weight savings is huge. So 103 pounds versus 220 pounds, which makes a complete difference. To get 220 pound battery out of a thing like that would require, some serious lift or something, a whole pile of guys or whatever to get that out. This, 2 people could easily, pull this out if I needed to pull it out and move it or something for some reason. And then I'd also put in 5 of these extra long spaces for the batteries. And the original thought I had was to get 4 batteries and set them in here. And I made 5 spaces so I could shift the weight a little bit farther forward or shift it back, depending on the trim of the boat. And since these batteries are so much lighter, I'll probably just get 5 of them, put 5 down here instead of 50 kilowatts worth of power instead of just 40, which is nice. That plus the weight savings, I'm saving 480 pounds worth of weight. 460 pounds, maybe something like that, which is huge. So weight savings plus extra battery power, really good. So that's the aft of the boat back there. So lots of deck stuff to do, obviously, and then the decking here, and then the sides of the boat, console controls, wiring, painting, lots of things to do yet, but a lot of the stuff is also is done. these little aluminum brackets I'd put in here for the other original thought I had on the batteries, but I don't maybe need them anymore. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But anyway, oh, and the other thing, just to point out, so that's actually the bottom of the boat there, and then this is a plywood shelf that's about 2 inches above the bottom of the boat. So that plywood shelf runs up through under the battery through here. I still have to put that bit in there. You can see the little supports for it, but it's in all these other other places, so that if I hit something and I got a leak in the bottom, I could have a bilge pump in either in that compartment, because that space underneath all those batteries basically runs all the way up to here and all the way back to here. So I can put a bilge pump here, a bilge pump in the other one up forward, and pump out any water that gets in there. And the battery compartments are isolated and stay dry. The only way water can get into these is, if it actually comes up over the top of the whole thing. And so these are solid state batteries, getting them from Advanced Marine Propulsion, guy who sells electric boat stuff. His name is Alex, and he's great here in Connecticut. And these are, the final assembly of these is actually done in Boston. So very cool battery. It's great how the battery technology is coming along so fast. It's gonna make a huge difference to electric boating and that kind of thing. So one more to sort of look over the whole boat. You feel for it. So it's about 32 feet long, 7 feet wide. Come along.